Alright, what's going on, guys? What's up? Alright, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you can hear me. Alright, sweet. What's going on? Alright. As we're underway, as we're counting down, something feels different about today. I don't know what. It may just be me. I just may be going crazy, but something feels different about today. I don't know. I have yet to figure out if it's a bad different or a good different. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, without further ado, welcome everybody. Round 14, the Italian Grand Prix. As it's race day for the 14th time this season. As after today, we have 7 to go. Sounds pretty crazy, right? 7 races left after today. Once again, if you're just tuning into the stream, welcome. Make sure you comment. Let me know that you are here as we get ready for round 14 on the season, the 2019 Italian Grand Prix. 53 laps today at Monza Circuit, Ferrari's home race. We're trying to steal one, so we start fourth. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm excited for it. We need a good finish today. We got to beat Hamilton, gain some points, gain some more points on him if we want a shot at this championship. And where does he start? He starts on the pole. So we're gonna have a lot of work to do today if we want a shot at the championship. It's gonna start now. And Raikkonen and Vettel, they both are trying to make comebacks. Raikkonen has been the hottest man in town right now. I mean, not just because of his win last week, but I mean, just his recent finishes. He's been very consistent. Vettel's been up and down. Vettel has yet to get back to his winning ways, but maybe that will change today. Ferrari is starting second and third, so they have a good shot. Our teammate Max Verstappen had a poor qualifying effort. He starts all the way back in ninth. So, like I said, as I say it every week, and then you guys will have to agree with me on this. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in these races. So what's up, Bella? So the viewer standings haven't been added in about 100 weeks, it feels like. And you guys, I forgot what the last rundown was. By the time I add them up again, you guys are probably gonna have like 500 points or something like that. But in all seriousness, I did add like the top 5, 6, 7 this morning or last night, whatever you want to call it. But after this weekend, obviously, I will post the official viewer standings, and it's not as spread out as you would think. A lot of people think, including Stevie, he was thinking that Justin pulled away. Well, Justin did pull away. I think he pulled away all the way by like 40. And that's pretty crazy. Just in a matter of 2-3 weeks, he pulled away by 40 because Stevie missed that one race. But, I think it might have been last week actually, but it's a little bit closer now. So we're almost ready to go. We're just outside 10 minutes. If you have anybody that's bored, has nothing to do today, tell them to make a, or they don't even have to officially make a YouTube account. They can just hop on, tell them the title of the stream, tell them to get up in here, and hopefully they can enjoy themselves a good stream today. I'm gonna put on my glasses because I'm an old man. Give me like 3 seconds. And I'm back. We're good to go. But any predictions you guys may have today, like I always ask before the race, who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna have the bad race of the day? Who do you think's gonna struggle? And I mean, like, what's everybody's predictions? I know Justin said we're gonna win, which every week you guys should hope that we're gonna win. We won this race 2 years ago. We beat Raikkonen to the line on a photo finish. Last year it was Lewis Hamilton who won this race. So Ferrari's on a dry streak. They didn't get their home win last year. So we have 3 wins this season. Hamilton has, I couldn't tell you. We do have 3 wins, don't we? 3 or 4. But Hamilton, Hamilton has more than us, I can guarantee that. We'll check here in a minute, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and knock it out. So the point standings entering today, we are down by 36. So 36 markers to Lewis Hamilton. With 8 races to go, including this one after today, it'll be 7 to go. Next weekend we head to Singapore for the famous night race. Saturday night, under the lights, is going to be awesome. I can't wait. That track is very tough, but it's a beautiful track, and I love it. So I'm excited for that, as it is a heated battle for third right now. Raikkonen's got a 2-point lead on Vettel, who has a 2-point lead on Bottas. So Bottas could jump all the way to third today if he has a good race, and Raikkonen could lose 2 spots if he slips up today. Bottas starts 5th, I believe, 5th. Raikkonen starts 2nd, Vettel starts 3rd. So, I mean, and a heated battle behind them. It's 165 to Hulkenberg, 175, 176, 179. So, a lot of opportunities for some position changes. And Lance Stroll, Ericsson, and Sirotkin are still looking for their first points of the year. There's not a schedule yet for next weekend. The race and qualifying will be at night. Qualifying will be Friday night at, I'm guessing, like 7, and the race will be around 7 to 8 Saturday night. So just a heads up on that. So don't know for sure. Definitely don't want that.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance. I've been in touch with some contacts at Williams, and they think your attitude and results might be a good fit for their team. We can talk to them at our next contract review if you're interested.
So,
Kind of offer they
results this season: Hamilton has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I knew it was 3 or 4. So we're 1 win shy of Hamilton right now. He has 5. We have 4. But then again, what's really hurt us in points is the 2 DNFs and the 14th place at Monaco. If you look at Hamilton, he has scored points every single race this season. Him and Max Verstappen are the only 2 drivers to score points. You would think my teammate, the way he's running in points, would not have that strong of consistent finishes throughout the season. Him and Lewis Hamilton are the only 2 drivers that have scored points in every race this season. Verstappen's worst finish is 9th in Monaco. Hamilton's worst finish is 6th in Spain and 6th in... Oh, actually, no, it was last weekend. Last weekend was Hamilton's worst finish in Belgium. So... But the 2 DNFs and the 14th at Monaco, if we can replace those with at least maybe like 9th or 8th, 2-4 points, that would help. I mean... So, because I have a DNF, I have 2 DNFs. Raikkonen has a DNF. Vettel doesn't have a DNF, but he has 2 finishes outside the points, 16th and 19th. Bottas has a DNF, and then the rest of the field they can't back it up. So Italy, Hamilton's coming off a win here 1 year ago. Next weekend we go to Singapore, which is, I mean, really anybody's game. I don't think that track really stands out to anybody. And by that I mean nobody really stands out by running good there. Everybody's about equal. So it's whoever just runs good that night. And then we go to Russia, where, I mean, Hamilton's good, Vettel is good, Raikkonen, and we'll have to see which Raikkonen shows up that day. We'll have to see how we run. Japan, probably one of my least favorite tracks on the calendar, but then again, we won there last year, so Hamilton's really good there. The thing that's going to hurt us, the rest of the tracks remaining, minus Singapore, probably just minus Singapore, Hamilton is good at. Hamilton has won at every track. I mean, he still won at Singapore, but every other track remaining, he's very strong at. So we're gonna have to match him and do better than him if we want to catch him. So it's gonna be tough. I mean, I'm excited. I'm up for the challenge, and because the points is looking like it's too far out of Raikkonen, Vettel, Bottas, and Verstappen's reach, unless they just get hot all of a sudden and just start winning races, because they're gonna have to win races. I mean, we necessarily, obviously, we're gonna win. We need to win. That's what we race for. But we can still catch Hamilton by just beating him and not winning races. Now, Raikkonen, Vettel, Bottas, they're a little bit too far back. They're gonna have to win some races. So that's the rundown so far. Our wins have come at China with that epic finish to open up the season. That was only race 3. Montreal and Canada, race 7, where we dominated the field. We gave them the whooping that day. Austria with a very controversial finish on Vettel there. Then Germany, which was another controversial finish on Vettel. So 2 of our wins have come in the closing corners with Sebastian Vettel. So hopefully we can replay that Canada race today. So 53 laps today. It's going to be interesting to see how we can get it done. If you are ready to go, give me a hashtag Red Bull Nation. As here we go for the 14th time this season. Let's get it underway.
It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second. There were 40 overtakes for the lead alone in 1965, and Kimi Raikkonen clocked a record top speed.
So round 14 today in Italy, a beautiful day, but rain is on the way. You wouldn't think it would be, but rain is on the way later in the race. Will it hit us? We'll just have to wait. A beautiful track with only 11 turns. Most people think it's very, very simple. No, you got to go fast here all the way around. It makes it very tricky, very slippery. 11 turns, a few chicanes here and there to knock you off your game. Who will be able to get through them the smoothest? Who will be able to, who will make the least amount of mistakes, and who will make them mistakes that will cost them a chance at a good finish today? Hamilton leads the points as we went over. We are second now by 36. Raikkonen is third down by 58. And the constructor standings, we lost second last weekend. We are now third. Let's take a look at the lineup today. Maybe someone will have penalties. Hamilton and Raikkonen start the front row. Raikkonen trying to go for 2 in a row. We start third. Bottas starts fourth. Where's Sebastian Vettel? Uh-oh. Ocon 5th, Perez 6th, Leclerc is 7th, Alonso 8th, and Sebastian Vettel will start all the way at 9th due to a penalty. Sainz 10th, Grosjean and Sirotkin row 6th, Ericsson and Verstappen with the penalty, Van Dorn, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Gasly in 18th, and rounding out the final row is Lance Stroll and Brendan Hartley. So a lot of penalties. Wow, half the field has penalties. So Vettel had a huge... Vettel had a huge penalty last week. He started all the way back in like 17th. And he looks like he will start 5 places back because he qualified third. It looks like he will start 4th today, or excuse me, 9th today, 9th. So Vettel's gonna have his work cut out. That helps us because we start 3rd. Verstappen starts all the way back in 14th after qualifying 9th. So crazy. So look at the forecast at the top of your screen. sunny for the opening part of the race. There's going to be a few clouds that come in, and then boom, rain's going to hit. And the symbol right there, when it shows 1 raindrop, that's light rain. When it shows 3 raindrops, that's heavy rain. So it's going to go from cloudy to boom, heavy rain. So I'm curious to see how it plays out. Will the rain hit us? Because in Canada there was rain coming, but it didn't hit us until 2 to go. We'll have to see, because that could change the outcome of the race. So it's going to be very interesting to see what plays out. We got 8 races to go. Can we make a run at the championship? It will start today. We just gotta limit our mistakes. No more breaking off front wings. No more making dumb decisions. We gotta be smart. So I'm going to send out a quick message really quick. You guys know the drill. Any comments, predictions, or just whatever you want to throw in, feel free to type it. Feel free, let her rip. Alright, so I think we're just about ready to go. It's 1:25. Scheduled start time. We're on schedule. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
cheesy mozzarella and tangy mayonnaise.
Alright, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This race is not sponsored by Ruffles. Alright, but anyways, let's get underway. Let's get this party started. I'll stop waiting. 'Cause I'm about ready as you guys are. I think that's right. So we start third today due to a Vettel penalty. What will today hold in store? Round 14. Here we are.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. Learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Oh yes, 53 big ones coming up. Who will get through them first? Hamilton, Raikkonen. We will start third. Bottas and Ocon, I think, will start fifth. You guys in the Viewers Championship, if you're down, or even if you're leading, this is your chance to hold on to it or make a run at it. There's only 8 races to go. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. After today, there's only 7 to go. Before you know it, this season will be over. We'll be at the final race of the season. So, as already, if the season ended today, what an exciting year it has been, or exciting season, all the way back since September. It has been wild. We've seen the craziest moments. We've been upset at times, when we've been very hyped up at times. We still got a lot of racing left to do. And today we got to tackle Italy, Monza. 53 laps today. Who will be the one to win today? Ferrari's home race. Can Raikkonen do it from second? Can Vettel do it from all the way back in ninth? As we're staging up. Here we go. 20 drivers to their grid slots.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Hopefully we don't get tagged on the start. We never get a good start. What's it going to be today? Round 14 in Monza, Italy. 5 red lights and we are racing. Here we go. That actually wasn't a bad launch, but we just can't get off the line that great. We're going to get attacked by everybody. Here comes the whole country of America. We're going to get blocked off. Oh, Lord. Not a start we wanted to have, and there's somebody around already. Oh, it looks like maybe everybody made it. But we dropped from 3rd to 7th on the start. That is terrible. I had to back out of the gas because I didn't want to run over Ocon. But here we go. We are underway in Italy. Hamilton jumps off. Raikkonen is on his tail. So we're going to tiptoe our way. Hopefully no problems here. These guys, I don't know what they're doing. Oh no, not what we wanted. Not what we wanted, not what we wanted. We lose another spot to Carlos Sainz. That's P8. Raikkonen has taken the lead already. What's up, Austin? So from starting 3rd, we've already lost 5 spots in the opening lap. Usually, and we actually lead the field in most spots gained on the opening lap. And to have that stat and to lose 5 in the opening lap in Italy, we're hurting our reputation here. Raikkonen leads lap 1. Hamilton second. I think Ocon is third and Bottas is fourth. We got a battle here. Sainz is catching up. Will he make a move? No. No, that's Perez. That's not Ocon. Ocon's right here. And Vettel and Leclerc are going at it. It's so hard to pass here, especially when you're racing side by side. Look, there's nowhere I can go right now. We're gonna squeeze ourselves into there. I mean, I gotta do something. I mean, I can't lay back and let them run away from me. That's P7. So this track, the laps tick off fast here at Italy. This is also one of the shorter races. There's already 3 cars that have pitted due to damage. I guess there was an incident in that opening corner. So 3 cars, it looks like a Renault, Williams, and a Toro Rosso pitted already. So Raikkonen has already pulled away by, I'd say, 10 car lengths. Raikkonen is trying to make another statement here. Carlos Sainz locks up the brakes. We go around the outside. We have to get out of the gas. Sainz goes high. We go to the inside. Nothing there. DRS is not active just yet. And now it is, but we can't use it until we get back around. We should make a move this time on Sainz entering turn 1, and we will. That'll be P6. Next up will be Fernando Alonso. Raikkonen's already pulled away. My man Raikkonen, the hottest guy on the market right now, pulling away. And how about Perez? He went around Hamilton. Hamilton got off to a great start and now has lost 2 spots. Perez has, I don't think he's been second all season long.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
So now we can kind of get into a rhythm. We can now kind of focus as we run a purple sector 2. So top 5 right now. Raikkonen, Perez.
Worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts.
So Raikkonen leads the way, Perez second, Hamilton third, Alonso fourth. So the next 3 drivers in front of us up here as we run the fastest lap of the race. So these next 4 drivers will lead us all the way up to second if we can get around all of them. And a big stack up. Bottas might try to make a move here. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. Somebody's gonna have to give somebody, and Alonso finally does, but we're gonna go to the inside of him. He didn't see us. He cuts down in front of us. That could have been terrible, but we bounce off the right front of him into the position P5. That could have been terrible, but I think we were right past the front wing to where we didn't hit it.
Fuel to mix 2.
So we didn't, thankfully we didn't get any damage there into P5. I don't think he saw us, because nobody expects to get past right there, but I'm brave. I make stupid decisions sometimes. So the final corner, we're setting out Bottas. Perez still holds on to P2. I'm not sure what's up with Hamilton. He struggled last weekend. He's not showing that speed, and look at Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen already entering turn 1. The man is on kill mode. I don't know what he is set out to do, but he is definitely proving his worth today as we get around Bottas for P4.
Nice work.
And Perez and Hamilton are duking it out. Hamilton went around him. Perez says, no you don't, not so fast. I'll take it right back. 4 laps in the books, 49 to go, and it's been a pretty epic start so far. Vettel currently holds on to that second string of drivers in the back. You can see his red dot on the map. And I think he just got past as soon as we said that. So this is actually another one of them races where we can have a shot at gaining a lot of points on Hamilton, because Hamilton is really the only driver we have to worry about. I mean, other than Raikkonen.
To manage this, we need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
But Raikkonen is 22 points back. Here goes Hamilton to the inside. And they make slight contact. Perez still on the preferred inside. They have to get out of the gas. We have to get out of the gas. Here comes Bottas. Here comes Perez back to the outside. What a race. Here goes Bottas to our inside. Here comes Carlos Sainz. What a race. I got a little fired up there. Hamilton cuts us off. What is everybody doing? Everybody's crazy. There's only 5 laps into this race, and we're racing like it's the last lap at the championship or something.
Leading our teammate by 11.8 seconds.
And 3 wide with both Mercedes entering turn 1. Who's going to give? We're going to try to dive on the outside, and we do get them. What a race this is right now. Up to 3rd. And now Perez got out of Dodge for a quick second. And while all of this is going on, Kimi Raikkonen is just looking in his rear view.
Gap to the car in front is 1.
And he's just chilling. He's loving it, because the more we battle and the more we rough each other up, the more he can pull away. But for real, what is everybody doing? We were almost 4 wide there for a second. What is up, Panda? So 5 laps into this race, 48 to go. If you're just tuning into the stream like Panda, let me know that you're here. Glad you're tuning in. Hope you stay for the whole event. As the first 3 laps weren't that chaotic, but that last lap was pretty wild. As Raikkonen has shown the way every lap so far. We're going to have DRS on Perez. We're going to see if we can run him down here.
The energy store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. The gap to the leader is 9.2 seconds.
Perez locks up entering turn 1. We weren't even close to make a move, to making a move though, so it's alright. Lockups are really bad on this track, considering all the high speed corners. Almost every corner is a high speed corner. Or excuse me, almost every corner you're entering at high speed. There's a little bit of a difference.
The gap behind us is 1.7 seconds.
Thought about a move right there, but I thought better of it. We'll have DRS once again. Perez sitting in 2nd with the big dogs. Bottas got around Hamilton for 4th. Hamilton's got a problem. I mean, the engineer hasn't said anything. Hamilton had a problem last week. He fought his way up to 7th. Well, he dropped all the way to last, and he fought his way all the way up to a 7th place finish. But he has just not shown any speed so far in this race. He took off like he was on fire for that first lap. And then Raikkonen just passed him. Perez passed him. Now Bottas got around him. He is now back up to 4th, but he's not the Hamilton that we know. The Hamilton that we know would be up there right now battling with Raikkonen. So, pretty crazy. 7 laps down, 46 to go. I see, are we close enough to make a move? No, we're not. And Bottas will take 4th. Never mind. Hamilton takes it back. Never mind. Bottas takes it back. Those 2 guys are side by side. Bottas has had a disappointing season. He's yet to win that first race of the year. He started off with a DNF in Australia, and ever since it's just been bad luck. So we're going to have to get around Perez here pretty quick. That was a terrible line entering that corner. That was my fault. Absolutely terrible. Raikkonen continues to pull away. Kimi Raikkonen already dominating early in this race. We're going to go to the inside this time, try to get a little bit of a run on Perez. Now we're going to get up in the slipstream. Everybody just gets such a better run than the Red Bulls do. Well, obviously I know I'm down on fuel, but as we make a move on Perez, entering turn 1, are we going to be clear? Yes. Up to P2. But like I said about the fuel, my goal is to catch Raikkonen running on Rich 3. And then obviously I know we'll be down by some laps in the fuel, but once we catch him, I plan on saving fuel. But I mean, obviously if we can't get him, Perez being brave, he thought about making a move. I see you, Perez. So we're up to second after a terrible start, after a wild past few laps. We're back in the runner-up position. We're going to try to pull away from Perez and catch Raikkonen. This is gonna take some grind right here, because Raikkonen is not holding back. He's using whatever he has for 53 laps. We got a 10.6 second gap to Raikkonen. Here comes Perez to the inside. We throw him off. A good block there. And I don't even think he touched us. I think he just backed out of it. He's going to have DRS down the straightaway. And he won't get here in time. But yeah, all jokes aside, it's going to be really, really tough to catch Raikkonen. Especially with Perez all over. Perez is like that annoying little brother that just won't go away. I should probably use a different word, but you guys still get the analogy. So this time by, it'll be 10 laps down, 43 to go. .2 is the gap to Raikkonen. We'll see what it is at the line. And fastest lap of the race, 9.5. I think we've stretched away from Perez, 2.2. You guys think we can catch Raikkonen? .3 is the gap. Am I playing on the wheel? No, not today. I need to get back to the wheel though. It's been a while. If I keep putting it off, I'm gonna forget how to drive on it altogether. But no, not today. .8 is the gap. So we're gonna slowly close in on them.
Charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
So our pit window opens at lap 14, which is in 2 laps. So we'll see what we do here. I'm gonna base my pit stop off when Raikkonen pits, so we'll have to see. I'm tempted to do the undercut and pit maybe a lap or two before him, but we'll have to see. .9 is the gap right now.
First place is 7.5 seconds.
So just right over 7 seconds to Kimi Raikkonen. We're slowly getting there. Ugh, not the cleanest set of corners right there.
Now, we're boxing this lap.
So our pit window has officially opened this lap by on lap 14. 7.7 to the leader as Kimi Raikkonen all the way up there. That time it was a lot better.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
And there's Uber. I was wondering where he was. There he is. So as we're coming around to complete lap number 14, there'll be 39 to go. As Raikkonen did not hit pit lane that time. .8 is the gap right now.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. To the car behind is 7.9 seconds.
Hamilton's struggling. Hamilton started on the pole. He got a great start, and then he just got dusted by everybody. Raikkonen passed him. Perez passed him. Bottas passed him. We passed him. Hamilton he has a problem. Nobody has said anything about it, but he has an issue because he doesn't have any speed. Right now, Hamilton runs. He's either 4th or 6th, and I'm gonna go.
We can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful.
All right, but like I said, he's either 4th or 6th, and if I'm guessing, he's 6th because he got past Bottas. Yeah, I mean, I guess it carried over because he's on the struggle bus, that's for sure. It looks like it's going to be a replay of last week because this race is off to a. I mean, it's dominated by Raikkonen so far, but if we can be smooth and hit our marks, it'll be a battle between me and Raikkonen once again for this win. A lot of people had penalties prior to the race. Like, I'm not even lying, like 8, 9, maybe even 10 penalties. Like, the back of the grid from like 11th to 20th, all you saw was penalty, penalty, penalty. So, maybe I'm guessing most of them were because of parts change. Maybe most of them because of, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. So as we come to complete lap number 16, 37 to go. Raikkonen, does he hit pit road? No, Raikkonen does not hit pit road.
Okay, gap to leader, 4.7.
It's a 4.7 second gap. So we're closing that gap. Raikkonen's, I think he's starting to struggle because we're closing in even more. Like, in each sector, we're closing in faster than before. Raikkonen's starting to slip up.
Our gap behind is 11.5 seconds.
We got a little over an 11-second gap to Perez.
Okay, we can take it this lap.
I think we're going to go ahead and pit this lap. We might try the undercut if Raikkonen doesn't pit. And if you guys don't know what the undercut is, it's where you go ahead and pit before the guy you're trying to catch and get that fresher tires earlier, so you'll have a faster lap before they do and try to close the gap quicker. So, knowing my luck, Raikkonen will hit pit road the same lap we do. We're coming in this time. Ooh, slip up right there. Raikkonen, does he hit pit road? No, I don't think he got there.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting.
To pit road we go.
Go, go, go.
So we will drop to third for the moment. Away we are.
Clear of the white line on the exit.
Try to get ahead of Vettel. Vettel's in fourth. And there's Hamilton. Hamilton is actually battling with Vettel. Here they come. Old friends. What do you say, old friends? It's been a while since we all three have been together on the track. But I can't stay and talk. I gotta go. Yes, it auto drives on the pit, but you have to manually, like when they're done servicing you, you have to manually, you know, like in real life. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. And then you got a pit limiter that you gotta disengage, like once you cross the line. That's the only thing you gotta actually do for yourself. So first pit stop is in the books. Yeah, clutch, that's the word I was looking for. There you go. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. As Raikkonen to pit road. No, he stayed out again. Raikkonen really pushing the limits.
6.9 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 13.2 seconds.
Yeah, this track isn't the biggest. I wonder why there's not that many laps. There's only 53 laps in this race. Then again, this track is not big at all. This race is around like 75 minutes, which is probably one of the shortest races on the calendar. So, I mean, if in a track like this, you would think there'd be around 65, 70 laps. But, oh well.
Okay, the gap behind is 6.1 seconds.
Raikkonen did not enter the pits that time either. Raikkonen's he must have a weird strategy. Our next pit window is open at lap 31 to 41. Don't forget about the weather. It says it's supposed to rain at the end of this race as we run a fast lap. We might just pass Perez once again before he makes his second pit stop. Or first pit stop, excuse me. If Raikkonen doesn't pit soon, the gap is going to be really, really close because we're making up time to Raikkonen. And when he pits, it's going to be really, really close. We were only down by 4.5 seconds when we came to pit road. And yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. If you guys don't watch Formula 1 in real life, Ferrari just always never lucks out on their strategy. They always pick the total opposite of what's needed to be done. So Raikkonen stays out once again. I'm thinking Perez will enter pit road this time. Something tells me he'll come in. And hey, I was lying. We got a great run with another fast lap.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
He will leave me the outside. And we will take it. Thank you. We are hauling tail right now. Like, we are flying around this track. We are absolutely... Yeah, I was about to say, we are flying right now. I think, honestly, in my opinion right now, I think if Raikkonen pits, we will be about dead even with him. He will pull out right when we're crossing the line. And we're already 4 laps under. We're going to save some fuel. We're going to cut everything back. So maybe I was the one that pitted a little too early. I don't know. Bella, are you still in here? So 21 laps down.
Distance to the leader is 18.5 seconds.
21 laps down. 32 to go. Got a little over an 18-second gap to Raikkonen for the lead. Some more drivers to pit road. Raikkonen makes his first pit stop. Raikkonen to pit road.
Is in the pits.
And we should take this lead. Run a little bit wide. Raikkonen stops in the stall. We're gonna go cruising on by to the race lead in Italy. New leader, lap 23. Wow, we played that smart. That was actually very, very smart. The undercut worked. To the race lead on lap 23. We're going to start saving fuel, so we're not going to be too fast for the moment. We're going to save some fuel. As Max Verstappen makes his first pit stop, and a Mercedes is in.
Max is coming in for his stop.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Raikkonen started running us back down, because he's on fresh rubber.
The gap behind us is 5.7 seconds.
So me and Raikkonen have completely checked out from the rest of the field. There has to be a 25-30 second gap to Perez. So if anybody's going to win this race out of now without any mechanical failures, it's going to be Raikkonen or me. That's really the only two that have a shot right now, and it's been that way for 2 weeks in a row now. 5.8 is the gap at the line.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Ooh, hang on, hang on. As we're just laps shy of halfway, the clouds are slowly rolling in and making their presence felt. As it's not really too sunny anymore. As our lead has been cut to 4.6. So Raikkonen's definitely on the way. He said, "Okay, weatherman." Let's see what our gap is in Sector 2 this time by 3.8. So Raikkonen's trimming off about a second a lap. As like I said, we're saving fuel, we're saving battery power in case we do need it. So 25 down, 28 to go.
The gap to the car behind is 3.6 seconds. expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
An engineer just said the official words. Rain in 15 minutes. So rain is expected within 15 minutes. So the rain, this track will be wet by the end of this race if the rain hits in 15 minutes. So the race is about to change. And like I've said throughout the season when there's been rainy races, there could be a guy dominating the race in the dry, and as soon as the rain hits, he could be junk. So you never know what's gonna happen. As I see,
Some energy harvesting, reduce ERS deployment.
so I see Raikkonen and Perez both put on the soft tires. So they both put on both put on the soft compound. We are the only one on the softs in the top, or super softs in the top three. As Lance Stroll, the Williams driver, about to go a lap down. He currently sits at the back of the field. Hopefully he can hold Raikkonen up. So this time by, we will officially be halfway through this race. We're coming to complete lap 27. There'll be 26 to go, as we are officially halfway through this race right now. 27 in the books. So there's Raikkonen right back there chilling. Let's see if Lance Stroll lets him over. The gap is 1.3, so Raikkonen, we can officially classify him as he's here. We'll see how aggressive he is. I mean, that actually fits him. His nickname in real life is the Iceman. I forgot why they call him that. So I guess that fits. He's just strolling. Ha, that's good.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
So our pit window does open on lap 31. So a quick break between pit stops, but I don't know what we're gonna do yet. It depends how fast the rain hits, because like I said in Canada all the way back, if you guys remember, the reason I pulled away by so much is because I didn't make an extra pit stop. Those guys made an extra pit stop, and I went straight into the wet tires, the intermediates. Now in Raikkonen's situation, he's set. He has the soft tires. His tires will last longer than mine. Mine are the softest tires that we have available, the super softs. If I make a pit stop right now and then I gotta change tires again for the wet weather, then I shot myself in the foot. Raikkonen, on the other hand, he's got soft tires. He doesn't have to make another pit stop. The next time he'll pit will be intermediate tires for the wet. So that's why I don't need to make another pit stop. So it's all about strategy. It's all about strategy.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. You need to charge the battery.
We're getting to the last stretch of this race too. So the rain's gonna hit at this last part of this race. So Raikkonen is within DRS range. I think Van Dorn is up next. And yes, he is. He currently runs 19th. All drivers still remain in this race, all 20. And I'm pretty sure that's not the only excitement you're going to see in this race, Stevie. Because, I mean, this last part, I mean, you guys know these fantastic finishes. And big quotation marks, these fantastic finishes that we have seen so much. And it looks like we're heating up for another one if everything goes right in these last 20 laps. As Raikkonen will have DRS on us. We're going to try to pull the gap as much as we can.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
We're going to give Raikkonen, we block him to the inside. Raikkonen, we ruined his momentum. I thought once we went to the inside, he would turn and go to the outside, but no, he just slammed right into the back of us. What a move by us. I got to give myself a little bit of credit, and plus the bravery on that part. We could have easily been turned into the wall. And now the race is on for the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. The race is now on. Raikkonen is here. The last time we met for the race lead and raced for it, we both ended up in the wall in Germany. I can't tell if part of his front wing is gone. I mean, we will find out, because if he starts falling back, then yeah, something chipped off. But I can't tell if something flew off or not.
Box this lap, please.
So our pit window is open this time, but we will not come in. The things that are going to hurt us the most are these straightaways right here. This straightaway and the main straightaway, because that's where Raikkonen gains so much speed on us. So coming to complete lap 31, it'll be 22 to go at the line. Coming to the final part of this race. It's going to be a game of who wants it more. Did Raikkonen go to pit road? No, he didn't. I thought he did. I thought Raikkonen went to pit road. I was about to go nuts. So rain in about 10 minutes. Rain in 10 minutes. That's about how long? Let's see. That's about 8 laps. 7, 8 laps. Maybe that's more like 6 or 7 laps. Well, I'm gonna go with 7. So you guys get the point. Rain is on the way in 10 minutes. There's some lap traffic on the way. Or it's not on the way. There's lap traffic up ahead. Sorry, I'm reading stuff on the screen. What are my tires looking like? Left front is at 32%. Other than that, we're not in bad shape right now. And I gotta tip my cap off to Perez. Perez has held his own this whole race. He has not gotten past. He has not been under attack. For the most part, he has held his own in P3. And if he can finish there... I said that and he got passed by Vettel. Wow. Unbelievable. I just need to keep my mouth shut. But all honesty though, 4th is still a good run. He has not... His best finish of the season was the first race. He finished 5th in Australia. That was the best finish he's had this season. And I'm starting to think
3.6 seconds.
I'm starting to think you guys are right, and Raikkonen might have some damage, because I'm on low fuel mix and the gap is 3.6 seconds now. Raikkonen has fallen back. I'm starting to think you guys might be right. That would be crazy if it really was the case. I mean, obviously it wasn't intentional. It was just a racing... I mean, I was trying to protect my position. I mean, that was a perfect block on my part. I couldn't have timed that any better. But then again, that could have easily ended our race. We remember what happened in Britain, where he went to block Magnussen for like 7th position, and he gave zero, you know what, that day, and he just turned us into the wall. So Gasly and Hartley, 2 teammates, going at it for 17th. Wow, they're racing like it's the lead. These 2 guys are racing really hard for 0 points. But yeah. And yeah, Austin filled it in. Appreciate it. And Gasly says, I'll be nice. Hartley says, screw you, I ain't pulling over. So 33 in the books, there's 20 to go. And the gap has ballooned out to 5.3. And I think Raikkonen might have a problem because we're pulling away from him. I think the reason he didn't come to pit road automatically and fix it, because he's going to fix it when he pits for wet tires. So we'll have to see. I mean, he's not out. He's not out yet. He could be faster than us in the wet. And holy cow, where did all these lap cars come from? This is a whole family feud of lap cars in front of us. And like I said, Raikkonen just might end up back in this race before you know it, because it's going to take us a good 30 minutes to get around all these cars. There's 5 or 6 in front of us. What happened to Leclerc? Leclerc started inside the top 10. He's all the way back in 16th. He must have had a problem. And then Sorokin's 15th. And keep in mind, he has not scored any points this season. He's only five positions off. Just 5 positions off of points. Ericsson has not scored any points this season. He's 13th. So, I like how I'll talk about each driver as I go by them. It's kind of cool. As Leclerc is going to the inside of Sorokin. There's 19 to go in this race, and we're putting some lap traffic in between ourselves and Raikkonen. And Raikkonen does have a problem. It's like night and day. Flip the switch, and Ericsson and Grosjean exchanging some blows into the corner. Ericsson picked a horrible place to move over. Right in the middle of the corner. See, this is why you have 0 points, because you do stuff like that. So the gap is 6.6 back to Raikkonen. We're coming to 18 to go. Wet weather is on the way. The clouds are getting a little darker. They're covering a little bit more area. And it's just a matter of, I'm going to ask the engineer once they get on the straight. Nah, dang it. Alright, thank you, engineer. I didn't even mean to ask you that. Alright, just give me 1 second. 1 second.
Looks like rain is inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the rain. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Ooh, got in the grass a little bit there. Excuse me. So, rain in about 5 minutes. Engineer says 5 minutes. So, it'll be here very, very quickly. And like I said, Raikkonen is not out of this race. I mean, I could pit way too early for wet tires. Wet tires obviously aren't suitable for a dry track. I could pit a little bit too late on dry tires, end up spinning around.
Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Like, anything can happen. Raikkonen's not out. 7 seconds is nothing. So, and also I got to tip my hat off to Vettel. Vettel started 9th, and as we know, it's not easy at all to start outside, I'd say the top 5, top 4, and win the race, or at least get a podium. Vettel is sitting P3 at the moment, down by 27 seconds, but I mean, he's looking like a strong podium right now. That's going to help him. Then again, his competition in points right now is Raikkonen. Raikkonen's still going to beat him if the race were to finish right now.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from some rain. I'll keep you updated as the conditions change.
But Raikkonen has been unbelievably fast the last few weeks. And it's sad because his results this season they don't show it. Because every time he starts catching that burst of speed, something happens. Something breaks, or he has a flat tire, he has to make an extra pit stop, and he ends up finishing like 14th. So the results don't show it, but Raikkonen has been very consistent. And like our teammate in Hamilton, they've scored points in every race. Raikkonen probably would be with him if he hadn't had that DNF. Oh no, Justin, why'd you have to throw that question out there? We're coming to 16 to go. Only 16 more laps. It'll be over before you know it. 16 to go, and Ocon, the man who started like 8th, he started inside the top 10 as well. Everybody who started inside the top 10 has fallen off. Like the key players here, the sleepers. Leclerc has fallen outside the top 10. Ocon's fallen outside the top 10. Like, what are you guys doing? As I don't think there's a sunny spot now. Clouds have officially gathered around the whole track. I was about to say, I knew he was going to type that. Austin listens to George Strait. That's how you know he's a real one. I think I just saw some drops fall. I may be hallucinating. Hopefully I am. But I might have just seen some drops fall, and you guys can tell me. I think I do see some drops falling. Poor Hulkenberg, he just made a pit stop. He's going to have to pit in the next few laps again. Poor Hulkenberg. They didn't time that, did they? They were thinking the rain was going to be a few laps later. But yes, there are some drops falling. The rain is here. Moisture is falling from the sky. Now it's just a matter of when it's time to pit.
Let's be mindful of the conditions. The track is getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now though. It'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
So this time by only 14 laps to go. 11.4 is the gap to Raikkonen. Vettel isn't technically that far back. If you think about it, Vettel is... Look at the dots. Look at the first red dot behind me. Then look at Vettel. He's right... Vettel is right in front of that orange dot heading down the second long straight. Vettel is not that far behind Raikkonen. Ooh, yep, I can feel it getting a little slippery. It's a little bit tighter the turn now. Yeah, Vettel was 37 seconds down. He's only 24 seconds down now. He's going to have to continue running at airplane speed if he wants a shot at winning this race. But I think realistically, if Raikkonen has a problem, he might have a shot at getting Raikkonen. And that would be big for Vettel because it would put him back in the second in the points. So, and the rain, the forecast was right. It didn't start off at light rain. I mean, it kind of just hit all at once. I mean, obviously it's light raining right now, but I mean, it just hit at once. It wasn't no like sprinkles. It just boom. Here's the light rain.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track is ready for intermediates yet.
So coming to complete lap 4-0, 40 in the books, 13 to go. 13 to go. Whose game is it gonna be? Who's gonna run 13 laps the best and bring it home? Ugh, slipping and sliding all over the place entering turn 1.
The gap behind us is 13.3 seconds.
What did my engineer say? I probably wasn't even paying attention to him. What did he say though? That was ridiculous. Vettel makes a pit stop. If he's pitting for intermediates, that might be the...
MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh, yes. Vettel pits for intermediates, but me and Raikkonen stay out a lap. That's going to help Vettel out even more. He's going to gain a little bit more time.
Copy.
So Raikkonen and I stayed out. Vettel to pit road, and I think everybody followed.
Box, box, box.
So DRS has now been disabled. Our teammate is in the pits. Everybody is in the pits.
We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out on track. We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out on track.
Alright, well, too bad. I'm coming in. Alright, here we go. To pit road we go with 12 to go. As the team have barely just gotten the tires ready.
Complete. Go now.
As Raikkonen enters pit road behind us. Vettel is going to benefit from this the most.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
And now it's a race to the finish. Can anyone catch us? We'll have to wait and find out. 12 laps to go, like I said. The man, the guy that's driving and dominating the race in dry conditions, he could be terrible when the rain comes, and it could be a totally different game. 12 laps isn't a lot of time, but it's enough time to be done.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some.
And Vettel right behind his teammate Kimi Räikkönen. Unbelievable. Vettel with a comeback all the way starting from 9th. He has a shot at passing Räikkönen and getting second. Somebody retired. Somebody has had a mechanical failure on the far end final corner. I think it's Verstappen. Is it Max Verstappen? No, the streak is over. Is it Verstappen? Max Verstappen out of the race on lap 42. I don't know what happened, but his streak of consecutive points place finishes will end today. Unbelievable. Max Verstappen is out. We're going to try to see what happened here, as he is out right here. Is there any damage? Ugh. I don't think there's any damage. I think that was just a mechanical failure. Wow, unbelievable. I really hate it for Verstappen. He's had a lot of bad luck this season. He has scored points in every race this season, so 13 races in a row. And now That leaves one man that has done every race in the points, and that's Lewis Hamilton. Vettel up to P2.
Behind is 18.5 seconds.
Sebastian Vettel has moved into position number 2. And wow, that's crazy. He started 9th. Had an early slip up on the start because we slipped up all the way to 8th, and we saw him get bumped all the way back to like 11th or 12th. He has driven through the field, and he's now taken 2nd from his teammate. He's going to have to really turn on the jets, or hope that we make a mistake if he wants a shot at winning this race. But Raikkonen still has a shot to get him back. We're about to find out if Raikkonen had a problem or not, because if it was the front wing, then it should be fixed now. If it was something underneath inside the car, then we'll know here in a second. 10 to go in Italy. Who wins it? Raikkonen back to P2. He gets to the inside of Vettel. Those two are going at it. It's gonna be crazy. They might just end up taking each other out. The guy in 4th might get a 2nd place here. 18 seconds is the gap. So we got room to breathe. We need to save fuel. Never mind, we're good. We might try to save a little bit more. Leclerc is... well, I might just let Leclerc by, just so we don't end up getting taken out. Because Leclerc right now does have 1 point to his name. I still feel for Raikkonen, or not Raikkonen, Verstappen. As Raikkonen and Vettel switching positions back and forth. We're gonna let Leclerc go just so we don't get taken out. We're coming to 9 laps to go. Ooh, a slip up entering turn 1.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
Hit a really bad slick spot. Vettel and Raikkonen both have 5 lap cars that they have to get through if they want to catch me to win this race. Which, I mean, it's going to be hard. Even if they didn't have lap cars, it would be hard for them to catch me themselves. 15 seconds is the gap at the moment.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
As if we can win this race, it's going to be another chunk out of Hamilton's lead in the championship. And it's going to be great. This will be our 5th win of the season if we can make it happen. We will tie Hamilton for the most this season. And I think the top 5 at the moment, it's me, Raikkonen in 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Perez is in 4th, there's a Mercedes in 5th, and I'm hoping it's Bottas. I'm hoping it's Bottas. After that, I can't tell you. I don't know who's who. And I'm hoping Bottas is in 5th. .8 is the gap with 8 to go. Where's whose teammate?
We're expecting the rain to get worse within the next few minutes.
So engineer says the rain's gonna pick up within the next few minutes. So I mean, will we have to pit again for wet tires, or will we stay on intermediates to finish the race? Have to find out. Our teammate's out of the race. He finished 20th. Max Verstappen, excuse me, not Verstappen, Raikkonen and Vettel are still glued to each other. They trade positions every lap. Vettel now passed Raikkonen up to P2.
Gap behind is 14.6 seconds.
Just trying to bring everything home in one piece safely. The ICE unit has tipped 85%. So we'll have to look into that entering next week. This time about it'll be 6 laps to go in Monza.
Charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
13.6 is the gap. As if they want a shot at winning, they're going to have to cut about 2 seconds off. Yeah, I replaced the gearbox before this weekend. So we're good. It's only on 12%. So 6 to go in Monza. As both Ferraris sit second and third. The fans are screaming, wanting Ferrari to finish 1-2 in the home race, but we are trying to spoil the party for the second year in a row in Italy. Last year it was Lewis Hamilton who did it. This year we're trying to be the bad guy in Monza and spoil the Ferrari celebration. Because if we end up having a mistake, Ferrari's gonna finish 1-2. Yeah, they look kind of calm, don't they? They're just like, yeah, hurry up, get it done. They're probably all depressed because it's raining now, because I wouldn't be wanting to cheer anything on if it's raining. So, coming to 5 to go in Italy. 5 more times around. As the rain is starting to pick up just a little bit more with 5 to go. The gap should be at about 11 seconds. There's 2 lap cars in between Vettel and I. And it's 11.0. So Vettel still needs to cut off more than 2 seconds a lap.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
5 laps of fuel remaining, 4 laps to go.
Okay, the gap behind is 10.3 seconds. Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
I don't think nobody's going to hit pit road this late in the race and sacrifice their position. One more lap car for Vettel and Raikkonen to both get around, and then they will have their sights set on me for probably a good lap and a half. Just a little bit too little too late. But they still have a heated battle to see who's going to finish second. 3 to go this time by Monza. 3 laps to go. Because whoever finishes second between them will be second in the points. Of course I'm happy. Just because I don't sound like it, of course I'm happy. It's always a good day when you win. That's what we race for. We don't race for second places, third places, or whatever. We race to win. Of course I'm happy. I'm trying to think in my head, like this whole time I've been thinking. I'm thinking of the bigger picture. I'm thinking of the championship. Because every season I've been screwed out of it because of either bad luck or just something happens. The last 2 years, Vettel has won the championship. I finished second. This year, Vettel has no part of the championship as of now, and Hamilton is the one we got to worry about. But I'm looking at the bigger picture, and we're looking pretty good right now. But that's just what I'm thinking about. I finished second in the title 3 times. I've never won the championship. That's kind of depressing. And this year we're close. I remember last year Vettel won by like 40 points. The year before I lost by 8 points. Yeah, I remember that. In 2016, 2017, I lost by 8 points to Vettel. Last year, I think Vettel won by 41 points. Something like that. Yeah, 8 points is rough. That one stung. So we're now under 2 to go. No, I didn't tie with Hamilton 1 year. I finished behind Hamilton way back in like 2014. Back when I originally drove for Red Bull. But Hamilton was Hamilton. He dominated. And then I remember 1 year I finished like 5th. 1 year I finished 4th. So it's been a roller coaster up and down. But most years I have finished second. I just gotta finish 1 spot better, and we will be good. The gap is 4.9. I need to replace Bottas at Mercedes next year. We'll have to see.
Final lap of the race.
Final lap in Monza. Will we cough up a race win by mistake, or will we hold on to it and watch the battle go down behind us in second? Final lap. Vettel and Raikkonen going at it. It's a 6-second gap, so I'm going to need a bobble, a mess up to lose this race. It's been a rough day, rough weekend. From not having any speed in the first 2 practice sessions on Friday to finally getting it Saturday morning and topping the sessions. We didn't have the qualifying effort that we needed. Started 4th, or qualified 4th, started 3rd due to everybody's penalty on the field. Got off to a terrible start, fought our way through the field, back to the lead within the 2nd round of pit stops. And here we are looking for our 5th win of the season to tie Hamilton. And speak of the devil, Hamilton is nowhere to be found today. This might be one of the only races of the season he leads 0 laps. And just unbelievable. This championship hut might be cut down a little bit even more now, because as we come around the final turn in race 14, the Italian Grand Prix, we will spoil the party for the Ferraris. That rhymed. And we will win in Italy.
Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
Yippee! Ah, yes.
Great win then for the Red Bull team today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power.
Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Bottas finished 7th.
Long way up the road.
Disappointing for Valtteri Bottas. The man cannot have any luck this year.
The driver way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front.
Vettel got 2nd. Wow.
Formula One, and that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel. People have suggested before that he can't race wheel to wheel, but as he showed today, it's nonsense.
On to the constructors then. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
So guys, unbelievable day. I mean, obviously I know I don't sound like I have that much joy, but I mean, I'm tired. I was tired before we started. But trust me, it's always a good day when you win. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It's good to win. As we gain 15 points on Hamilton and cut the lead to 21. We haven't been that close, and it's been a while since we've been within 21. Vettel now leads Raikkonen by 1 point. Because he came into today down by 2. He gained 3 on him, so he leads him by 1 point. Bottas with another struggling finish. In 7th, Alonso got some points. Magnussen and Leclerc got some points. And what a day it was. And Vettel totally deserved driver of the day. He fought through the field. Got all the way up after starting 9th. And Sainz did it as well. He started 10th. And how about Perez? I'm surprised. He would have been a favorite to get it too. Even though he started 6th, he started up there. But the man held his own ground. He finished 4th. Unbelievable. So that's amazing. Congrats to him. And the standings, wow, 21-point lead. That has never looked so beautiful. As Vettel leads Raikkonen by 1 point. Bottas slips back to 66 markers down. And Verstappen is now 97 points down. in need of a miracle to try to pull something off. Carlos Sainz moves up ahead of Alonso in the points. Leclerc moves up all the way to 12th in the points. And yeah, just that's really the only position changes. Ferrari was really the only ones that got a bonus in the Constructors' Championships today. Mercedes finished 5th and 7th, so they didn't get hardly any points at all. Red Bull, we only got 25 points because Verstappen didn't finish. And Ferrari, they finished 2nd and 3rd, so they got their fair share of points. So they cut the lead in the Constructors down to 39. We're down by 52, so I think we're not going to be there for the Constructors. But then again, it's going to be hard for Ferrari to keep up and catch Mercedes. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. Force India does go around McLaren by 1 point. So it was a great day. I'm very happy. And next weekend, we'll have a 1 day short of a weekend of a week here. The week will be 1 day shorter. We go to Singapore for the annual night race Saturday night. Do not miss out on that one. If there's any race you don't want to miss, it'll be Singapore. I know you guys like to hang out on Saturday nights, but whatever you do, try to fit it in. And especially if you're trying to get points in the standings for the viewers title, do not miss Singapore. It's going to be a fantastic show. Practice 1 and 2 will be on Thursday instead of Friday. Final practice and qualifying will be on Friday, and we will go racing Saturday night for round 15. It'll be something to see. And it usually rains there. I'm not gonna lie, it usually does rain there even in real life. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a rainy night race. But my voice is starting to go out. So Verstappen, poor Verstappen, just wasn't his day. That's all right as well, Austin. There's nothing wrong with that. But unbelievable day. Thank you guys. Always. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. You guys mean a lot to me. As these last 7 races, we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do in the off season. I'm trying to put something together. I'll be asking you guys some questions. But you guys stay tuned. These last 7 races are gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of drama, a lot of excitement, a lot of ups and downs, more to come. And it's all a matter of when it's going to happen. 21 points is the gap. It's so close. We are right there to the championship. 7 races to go. And we'll see you next week. Peace out, guys.